Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Sportscast Jersey football podcast. Our first guest is St. Peter captain Mark Logue, otherwise known as Sparky, of course. How are you doing, Sparky?
I'm not too bad, thanks, Dan.
Good stuff, good stuff. Before talking about this season upcoming or the one that we're currently in, let's look back at last season. Obviously, a successful one for St. Peter. Um, how do you reflect on them? Why was the team so successful last year?
To be honest, that season was a big one. Since El and Dan have come under the club, they built a solid foundation within the club. We had a 3-year plan, which was securing the league within 3 years. The talent they've brought in over the last 3 years has been excellent, excelled. The club itself, never mind on the pitch, off the pitch has been great. Like socially, the boys have just come together last year. We bought into exactly what El and Gertz were trying to do. The sessions every week were high intensity. The quality, like I said, they brought on made a massive difference. And just throughout the season, we were just fighting for each other because the league now has got more competitive in terms of there's more clubs competing every season. So every year's been tough, but last year we just done everything the way it was supposed to be. Making every cup final as well was a bonus. We set out to win the league. We done that. So the next step was the Upton. We done that, and then it was the cups. And unfortunately, we only won one of the cups. But at the same time, if you had told us at the start of the season, we'd have walked away with the treble. We'd have been happy enough.
Yeah,
So from the foundation and the quality that's been brought in, and the togetherness and the squad last season was it's great to see. It's my
yeah,
first year now at the club, so it's one of them. It's about time we got across that line, and I was chuffed to pieces to be the first captain in 17 years. I think it was. They left the league for them.
yeah. That was going to be what I touched on next. Obviously, great team, and how good was it to captain that team and lift that trophy yourself as a on a personal note?
Honestly, it was great because, like I say, I'm probably coming to the end of my playing days in the next couple of years, probably sooner. But it was good to see the younger boys and just like use my experience to try and help them through the season when the times got tough. But then just they loved it. Like I say, after 17 years, it's a long wait for the club, and to be that person, they loved it for them. As personally, it's a good achievement for myself. Like,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You touched on it there. The youth coming through. St. Peter's are known for the youth teams and the academy. Um, just a few names: Harry Scott, Shawnee. Just how good is it to see that coming through, and how much do you enjoy kind of nurturing them and helping them learn the game?
I'm kind of bad cop to be honest. They'll probably be sitting laughing at that because, to be fair, Sean, he's come in and he's been brilliant. He just brings that extra magic under the team. He can just make something happen out of nothing. Harry Scott, again, what a talent. And both of them have been on the fringes now of the Jersey Bull squad, which is great to see. So it just shows their effort and their work rate that's been put on has now been recognised. But it's great to see him come through. Like I thought Sean as well. So it's even better to see him shine now in the league and show how far he's come. So to be the one helping guide him and all along with everybody else around him. It's just great to see him doing so well, be successful.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Moving on to this season, it started with silverware already, with the Charity Cup. How good was that for the club to start again as they kind of left off last season?
Don't get me wrong, it's great to start the season like silverware. There was so much around it, to be honest. It was a bit bittersweet. That was kind of out of our hands as players. We just do what we can on the pitch. And Clemens was really unfortunate. Whatever happened, that surroundings, it was not us. So we just had to carry on with it. At the end of the day, we got the job done in the final. We lifted the silverware, and now we're just hungry for more. Because
Yeah,
after last season, won the treble, it's just hunger now. We enjoyed it, and now the younger boys have had a taste of it. They want more. So again, it's good to start with some silverware.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And how hard do you think? Obviously, you won the league. How hard is it to win it back to back? Obviously, since St Paul's won it, not many teams have won it back to back. So how important is that this season for you guys?
like I say, we had the 3 year plan of winning the league, which was hard enough. But when you won the league in Jersey, players move around to different clubs, and then another club becomes stronger or they become equally as strong. So trying to retain the league this year is going to be the hardest year yet in terms of the club. So and their achievements. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tough this year.
Yeah, yeah. How's the squad looking? Obviously, a lot of people know who's coming, who's kind of gone, but Moon is obviously a good signing for you guys. How's he fitted into the squad?
Oh, he's just added just another option in terms of like going forward. He's just a threat. We know he can score loads of goals. We've got players around him who can assist him with that and help make things happen. He's a great addition to the squad. So we're lucky to have him, and hopefully he's the one now that takes us that step further, retaining the league and hopefully a bit more silverware.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
the squad's looking pretty tight. It's looking really good. Boys are looking fit, and then we got Watto as well, young man back
yeah,
in our squad. Great addition again because we're losing Blumps this year. He's heading off, so again, it's a good replacement. And then we have a couple of the reserve boys stepping up. James Murphy stepping onto the squad, so these are young boys again. So it's great. We've got loads of depth in the squad this year, which is what you need in this league because it's a long season.
yeah, yeah. How confident are you that this squad can go on and have another really successful year?
I'm very confident. Like I say, the work we put on behind the scenes, you can see it when we play on the pitch. It's a great group of boys. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be playing with anybody else at this stage in my football career. I've been through a lot with them over the years, the ups, the downs. So I'm confident enough we can retain the league, hopefully, and get a bit more silverware.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Final little question. This is how I'm gonna kind of end all of my little chats with local football people. What's your personal opinion on how local football's looking at the moment?
A lot of people ask that question, especially around the football community. The Jersey Bulls has been great for the football community here. It's given them that experience off the island, and younger boys are getting called up, which is great. Within the league, I think it's become more competitive. I think it's done it a favour because you look at St Paul's first team this year, they've got a great group of youngsters and they're getting a taste of senior football. So they're jumping from that under 16, 18 straight into senior football, whether that's with a C team or Resi. But you look at St Paul's, they're a prime example. That team, if they stick with them now for the next year, 2, 3 years, they'll be a really competitive team coming on. So for me, the young talent coming through the islands, brilliant at the minute. So the league over the next 2, 3 years is going to be more and more competitive. It's going to be throughout each club, but it's one of them. The island needs to look after clubs as well that are struggling in certain terms. Because, for example, Portuguese pulled out of our league this year. It's like, what can we do to keep them on the league? Because the more teams we lose, it's just adding more pressure on the other teams to try and do something else. Like now we're playing each other 3 times, which it's great. We have more football on that, but you want to see more clubs. You want to see more clubs competing for the cups, competing for the leagues, not the same people. So I think over the next 2, 3 years now with the younger talent, I think they're going to be the ones changing it and making it more competitive.
Yeah,
So at the minute, I think it's just stepping stone and the being where it used to be.
yeah. It's almost a transition period, I think, and
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Yeah, Sparky, that's brilliant. Thank you for coming on and uh giving us the time of day to kind of have a chat and yeah, good luck with St. Peter's this season and looking forward to seeing you out on the pitch.
Well, I appreciate it, bud. Cheers for all the work you do behind the scenes as well. I know all the football boys appreciate it, so cheers.
Top man, top man. That was your first little snippet of a Jersey football podcast. Thank you for watching or listening. Another episode coming soon.